Merci d'être là pour le dimanche.
Dimanche.
Dimanche. C'est le dimanche. Oh man, I forgot to go live on Instagram.
Yeah.
Friday I went live on Instagram. Let's do the theme song. It's nice. Oh, it's so sweet. There's me with
Hi,
the Bible.
vegan friends. Bonjour, bonjour.
It's the Sunday school. Go vegan! Kirsten, Marilyn, those dulcet tones.
Vegan Sunday
Bonsoir.
School. Bonsoir, bonsoir.
Hello, bonjour.
Ooh, this channel's just for you.
I like this. I think about this song sometimes.
This channel's just for vegans.
So go vegan, you pieces of Hello,
It's
vegan.
just us.
Oh,
Hello,
is that how you were the
vegan.
whole time? You're like,
Ooh, yes, this is how I was because
This
Kirsten's voice is, so moving. So moving.
It is. I can't even get my. I was trying to make my voice higher, but I lost it. I was like,
Does not work. She has something special we don't have, Sky.
she has many things special. You know, she's actually going to be on the show tomorrow. She's going to be on the pre-shift tomorrow.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yes,
nice. The
it's
New Year pre-shift.
the new year, new me. Although I don't know what I'm going to do that's new about myself other than the stuff we've already described. But I'm excited. It's New Year's Eve. Can't
Yes.
wait to, get out there and
Party!
Yeah, you're gonna party, are you?
We're gonna.
Party?
Can we tell people we're gonna party together?
Yes, I'm gonna go to the party.
Yes. So it's kind of funny because we invited people 2 days ago. That's how Jess and me we are. We're just like, hey everybody, does anybody has anything to do for New Year? Do you want to join? And now we're gonna be 18. I don't understand why. Like I was like, oh my gosh, all of our friends were
Which
just
means there
waiting
will be
for
18
us.
people at the party, not that we are going to be 18. We're not going
No,
back into
no.
a hot tub time machine.
Now we're gonna be 18 people.
There will
Isn't
be
that
18 of us.
amazing?
Yeah, that's it's Fanny is louder than Sky. This is what happens when I mess around. This is what happened ever since I decided to mess with I went live on Instagram because you're allowed to do that now. And so then I'm gonna how's that? Am I louder now? I should be louder now.
I think you are. It was weird because during the music, usually I can hear you, and then this
Yeah.
time I was like, I can't hear Sky.
You
But
couldn't hear me the whole time?
it was like I could hear some of it, but like 50% as usual. You know what I
Dang it.
mean?
Well, I can
Compared to
hear you
YouTube.
now, but I can't tell if I'm how loud I am. So
Everybody, could you give us thumbs up if you can hear both of us
if you
nicely?
can hear us nicely, that's what I want to know. Is it nicely? That's what I want to know. All right, so
Hi Ben. Hi Mike. Hi
with any luck,
Carrie.
we are all here. If anybody wants to join us, let me know. I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna put the invite in the chat. See if somebody wants to come on. It's for vegans only. Everyone is welcome as long as you're vegan.
Hey Carrie, Happy New Year! It's already New Year where you are. Are you in Australia? Are you? It's almost new. No, it's not New Year in Europe yet.
No, it's not. It's not quite New Year in Europe. That's true.
Yeah, no. Okay, well that's cool. Everybody is coming. Yes, Turning Veganese,
He
join
wants to join.
us.
Yeah, Turning Veganese. I saw his live this morning and I said, what the hell, Turning Veganese? You're off on a Sunday. Why aren't you coming to Sunday school? You know?
You should join us.
He should. I think he's going to. We'll see. He says he wants to. Hopefully he will. Just click on that link, Turning Veganese, and you can come on live. Give me a few minutes. He
and
needs
then
to get
more
his hair
minutes.
done.
Nice. I prefer people who look nice and mostly smell nice. Smell nice. I like being around.
You like being around good smelling people.
Yes, that's really one of my things. I'm like, if your hair is messy, it doesn't matter. But if your smell is messy, it's hard for me to be around you. But
Huh.
I've never had that problem with you, Sky. We've worked together a lot, and you smell good.
Well,
You
thank you.
usually do.
Well, because I have this thing. I have running water at my house. I use it.
Yes, yes.
I
It's a
like.
good idea.
I
It's a good tip for everybody in the chat. If you do have running water, please use it.
Plus, the
It's
other
nice.
thing is, I think that vegans smell better than carnies because I think that like when you don't have corpses rotting in your belly, you just smell better. Like I don't have the stench of rotting corpses escaping my body all the time.
It's
Like
true.
like I think my armpits smell like ginger because because I've been drinking lots of ginger beer, and like like I've been drinking lots of ginger beer, and I've been and Karina's boss gave her these little Christmas ginger cookies that were vegan, so I ate the hell out of those.
Ugh,
So I
ginger
think that's
cookies.
what it is. I think vegans just smell better than carnies.
Yes, Ben, and we
And we
should petals
shit petals. That's
and
right.
rainbows.
And
In,
fart rainbows and shit and
yes.
shit rose petals. That makes sense. I rub the cologne into You still get magazines with the cologne insert?
Yes, seriously, where do you find those? Where is
Do
that?
they still do that? I thought that was like you're really dating yourself. I don't think they still do that ethically based ex omnivore.
It's but maybe they're old magazine and the cologne is old too.
He's got an old Playboy collection that he keeps. It's just a
Uh,
stack of Playboys, and he still like works himself through the oh, there's some
uh,
Dakar Noir, some
oh
Dracar
yes,
Noir
the old
insert.
stuff. The Man by what was that? The Man.
The
Was
man.
it Jean-Paul Gaultier who
Oh
did The
yeah,
Man, the Woman, and they had like I
I
don't know.
remember the Jean Paul Gaultier. It had a torso of a man with stripes.
Mhm. That's the one.
Except I think we called it loam.
Ah, L'Homme. Oui.
Yeah,
L'Homme.
is that
The
we? That's
Man.
the
It's the
man.
man.
Yes, I don't think they translated it for us. We called it loam.
L'Homme. Oh, we
Loam.
say Gaultier
We
in
say
English.
Gautier.
Gaultier. In
Jean Paul
French, we say
Gaultier.
Gaultier. Gaultier.
Gaultier.
Gaultier. So I planned a few things to talk about, Sky, if you want to talk
Yeah.
about what I planned. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I mean, I only have bad news that I wanted to bring up about billions of animals being killed, but you always bring up good news stuff.
I I
Have
have some good stuff. Is that the main difference between the two of us, or is
Yeah, I think that you bring up happier thing. I also found a vegan rapper that I like.
Oh, that's nice. I like music. I've been
Yeah.
listening. So I received the radio on Buy Nothing. For those who know that I love Buy Nothing, it's a group
Yes.
of people that exchange free stuff with each other. I received a radio because I wanted a radio for Faye to be at home. It's like an old radio. There is a tape. You can put tapes in my radio. You can put
Ooh.
CDs in my. It's
Do you
an
have tapes and
old.
CDs?
I do not. I have to find some. So I have to go thrift shopping to try to find old mixtapes. Like send me mixtapes if you
Yeah,
can.
pawn shops often have stupid stuff like that, like old.
that
Yeah,
that's
so
funny, right?
yeah.
And so I looked for the most peaceful radio station for dogs. So I asked Google. I was like, "Hey Google, what is the most?" And it's 105.1, and it's like country music. But we didn't know it was country music because what when I got the radio was Christmas, and all they were showing,
It's
like
Christmas
making us
songs. Yeah.
Merry Christmas. So for the past like 5 days, it's been country music in my apartment,
You are
and I
listening to 105.1, the country music station of Los. Is it
yes,
105.1 KLOS or I forget 105.1. Yeah,
I
the
do.
country station. So
I
you're
don't know the
listening.
name. Yes, but
Dogs
it's
love
country.
country.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what the internet recommended. But if someone has a good, soothing radio station, please put it in the comments because I would love to have something that's like calm for my dog, Faye, and
There used to
me.
be a station in LA called 94.7 The Wave, and it was
The
like
way.
cool, smooth jazz. And it was like
Oh yes, but you know me and jazz.
no, but it
It
was like
irritates me.
it wasn't like that type. It was like elevator music.
Ah, okay. So it's not like dee 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 dee, like
No,
you
you
don't know
have a
what they're.
very closed mind.
It's because of jazz, because that's the
It's
only
someone else's
jazz.
fault that I have a closed mind.
No, but like I don't. No, no, you're right. Maybe I have a closed mind,
Somebody else closed
but
my mind. God damn it.
no, but it's like the only jazz Jess really loves is like very like how do you call it?
Avant-garde.
Like yeah, something like very I don't know how to call it. I don't know the word,
Chaotic.
but like it's like probably for people with very sensitive developed sense of music, you know what I mean? But
It's not for everybody. I got
for
it. But
me who loves very generic music, it's like I can't, you
but
know.
that's like saying you don't like rock and roll because Metallica doesn't float your boat or something.
It's true, it's true,
I mean,
it's true.
rock and roll is a massive
But
genre.
don't you have a type of music that you're like every time you hear that type of music you're like irritated a little bit? Because for
Yeah,
me that's
Christmas
what just.
music.
Okay, so here we go. I'm not calling you close-minded because
Yes.
you have a type of music
No, I
that you
like
don't
some. I like
like.
some Christmas music. No, I don't really have like a type of music that I'm like, no, I don't like it. I don't really have that because I even like some country because we have Johnny Cash and we have all sorts of we have lots of country music that's really good. Willie Nelson is country. So I mean, like I like a little bit of everything, really. I think that maybe even you know what? Even Christian rock, some of the shit's pretty good. If you like Creed or POD.
Oh, yeah, I listen that one of my favorite music right now is like Christian, and it took me because I'm not a native English speaker, and
Uh-huh.
so very often you can ask Jess, the one thing that's really hard for me to like really listen to the lyrics is music, right? So as a non-English speaker, most of the time when I hear music, it's like "Brr, brr, 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 brr." I don't listen to the lyrics. And so it took me like listening to that song maybe 10 times before I was like, wait, aren't they talking about God and a savior? Is
Yeah,
that but I didn't realize I was listening to Christian songs.
it's worth singing about. People love singing about the Christ, especially around this
The-
time of year. Daydream Supreme, yes, by Wolf. Wolf or Timothy Toyo is his artist name. Timothy Toyo, Daydream Supreme. If you haven't checked it, our VFF has finally released a single. He's been working on it for over a year. It's
oh
good. I
my
love it.
gosh.
It's an
Cool. I'm
earworm.
gonna screenshot this. So I'm gonna put in the background of one of my one of my videos on Fannulous. Thank you for the
Yeah,
tip.
Timothy Toyo, Daydream Supreme. You'll like it. He's great. I recently also found this guy. I'm gonna try to see if I can um, have a song. He has songs about veganism. So I want to try to present. Oh my God,
Yes.
Armando's in the chat. Hold on a second, Armando. I'll bring you on in just a second. Hold on 1 second for me, buddy. Hang in
Hold
there,
tight.
buddy.
Hold
Don't
tight.
die on me. Whatever you do. All right. Let's see. I want to see if you can. Here we go.
Had enough of this shit. I made it to expose the animal industry because I was really, really upset what happened.
Don't give a damn what you think of me, I'm on a mission to fuck up the industry. Open these cages, these animals innocent. And you think that you can define all their rights with a pen and a paper and tell us it's ethical cause it's traditional. Shut the fuck up, it's conditioning. And fuck all the small talk, I'm coming straight to the point. You know that they suffer a miserable life in the darkness, but you chop them up into pieces and wrap them in plastic to sell all their bodies in markets. All that you care is the profits, yeah that is disgusting. Enough that I read all this shit on the internet, I've seen it all with my own eyes.
Time to expose.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's
So he's
vibing.
he's a vegan rapper, and he's awesome. What's up, AJ?
Hey,
Speaking of a vegan,
I'm here.
you're a vegan
Hello.
songster. Have you heard?
Hello, hello.
Did you hear? You better watch out. Earthling Ed is coming to town. That was the Christmas hit of the season. The musician
Right.
himself, Armando. What instrument do you play guitar? Don't you, Armando?
Yeah, I play guitar and bass, mostly. Yeah,
A one
That's
man
really
band.
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
don't think he plays them together at the same
No,
time. No.
not at
he
the
can
same
loop
time.
them.
Not an
Like
orchestra man. No, not a one man band. But yeah.
you could play the bass and then loop it and then go and then play guitar.
If you
Right,
have a loop thing.
Yeah, but everyone
Right.
has a loop thing. He has a computer.
Yeah.
Isn't
Actually,
isn't
what?
This is a
isn't
looping
Ed
device.
Sheeran the guy who made looping kind of a thing, like popular? Wasn't
I
he
wouldn't
the one like?
say. Yeah, I think he was.
Probably.
He used that technology. He used that, but I mean, like, there have been lots of people who've done it before him, like
Yeah,
the
I'm saying the
Pro,
one who made it popular,
Rossi.
but
Like,
I thought
I mean, I don't know that for a while, like in the late '90s, everybody would because you couldn't, the machine was so small that you could just do a live show with a looping machine, and then you could do layer on all these things. I've seen a lot. I've seen people do it with a. In the early 2000s, I saw someone do it with a Game Boy. It was the coolest fucking thing I'd seen in a while.
With the
Yeah.
Game Boy. Right.
Yeah, like he making Game Boy noises and then looping those and then singing and rapping over them. Super dope. Ethically based Ex Omnivore plays the air guitar. Anyway, so this guy's name is Mr. I am what's his name? I am Feldy is his name. He is a vegan rapper. I just asked him to come onto the pre-shift. He has only 5,000 followers on Instagram. And at the end of the rap, if you listen to the whole rap, he's like, "Shout out to Ed and Joey." It's fucking so funny to me.
I love it.
I mean, I
I'm
guess
gonna-
rap is a good genre to do vegan stuff because rap has always been like, like protest things and stuff. So yeah, I actually
It's
done
true.
some rap myself, not professionally, but like the Alex O'Connor rap or the Neil deGrasse
Right,
Tyson.
you did the yeah. We have a lot of rappers in veganism. We got my boy Eisel Mazard. We
Oh.
got I am Gaia or Gaia is I, right? Is that who it is?
Hmm.
Gaia is I.
I don't know.
You
Yeah.
guys don't know?
And we got Entice.
And Tice, exactly. She's amazing. Gaia is I. I'm surprised you guys must know this guy, Gaia's I. And I'm sure you've heard this guy before. Dr. Dre, let me see. I'm trying to find his rap. But you guys must know this cat. I'm sure you've seen. Hold on a second. You've seen this guy before, right? Well, that's Hench. But this guy with the glasses, this guy,
So 2023
Oh,
was such a fucked up year.
you know this guy, right?
Let me see.
No, me I don't.
I'm trying to find.
All right, so I got a question.
Where's his rap though?
When we look at these animals,
Well, I can't find. I haven't queued up his rap because I didn't think you guys would not know who this guy was. But he's kind of like a famous vegan rapper.
I just got out of jail. I got an ankle monitor on.
Oh god. Anyway,
That guy.
this is what's sad about when you go out and doing activism, and the people who come up to you are like wearing a diaper and they're like completely not in the reality that you're sharing, and yet they wanted to. When I had the abduction, every single day somebody would come up and say, "I've been abducted by aliens. I want to tell you about it." And it's like, we're here talking about animal exploitation. No, but you guys don't know. You guys don't know. Animals don't matter. I'm being abducted by aliens today. It happens every single day. Somebody would come up and say that to me.
That's odd.
That's every day. Every day. Ask Joseph. Like I'm telling you,
That's weird.
that's life out there, man. These streets be real. People they never really show that shit in these videos about outreach. They never show you that people come up off of they're off their chair, out of their minds. And
I
they're like,
remember when we did the protest for Big Bird. When we did the protest for Big
Yeah.
Bird, some people. Well, we were on Hollywood Boulevard. Okay, Hollywood Boulevard is not
kind of a
everywhere.
magnet. Yeah.
Sometimes you have people who are weird there, and someone came and was like, "Why are you trying to help the animals? I need help. Why don't you speak up for me at all?" And I was like, I don't know you. I don't know your situation. Like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to yell help this person? Like, it's like I can't
Everyone
do
help
much.
Joe. Joe, everybody, I want everyone to meet Joe. Joe is in need of
That's
help,
it.
everybody.
Yeah.
Let's help him out.
Right. Man, but
Karina has
aliens,
arrived.
aliens though has to be the one of the worst. I mean,
Yeah. Well, where are you again, Armand? You're in Houston, yeah?
yeah, Houston.
Yeah, I imagine that they have you done any outreach out there? Have you done any fun stuff in the streets?
No, I haven't. I haven't done any
Do
street
you want
stuff
to?
yet. But I mean, I've been meaning to, but I don't know how
There must be an
everyone. If you
AV
just
cube out there.
look at them funny, they start fretting. You know.
There must be
You're
an AV out
cutting.
there.
You're cutting just for me, or you're cutting
Armando,
for me?
we're losing you.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's
yeah, no.
cutting.
Yeah,
All right, well, Armando, that's a great picture. Yeah, make that face again. Yeah. God. So wait a second, Armando.
yeah.
Are you gonna go out and find yourself an AV cube and go out and wear a mask and do the thing, man? And you can at least
I
witness the
should
craziness
totally.
of Houston.
There's a We the Free in Austin,
What?
but yeah,
That's far from
there's a
Houston, though, isn't
We
it?
the Free in Austin. It's like 3 hours from here, but I don't
Oh
know.
wow. And in Houston, there isn't anybody, like any organization or nothing?
Basically, no. I've been trying to whenever I try to find some Houston vegans or whatever, it's not. There's nothing. There's nothing here.
You know
It's
what
kind of
that
weird.
means? You know that what that means? That means you are the one who needs to make it
I'm gonna have to make it
happen.
happen.
Ah, man.
Right. Totally.
That's
Totally.
it. That's the
Yeah.
universe, right? Telling you
Mhm.
you have to
You guys
make it
should give me.
happen.
I should be leading the charge here in
Yeah.
Houston, in H Town.
Yes.
Well,
Totally.
I just found from doing a Google search, I just found this is Houston. This is Houston.org. We are dedicated to shining the light on animal welfare problems in Houston, Texas. Some of these people got to be vegans, right?
It could happen, but I don't know. Picture of a dog, animal welfare.
Yeah, it's adopt.
Eh.
You're adopting. Yeah, it's not looking good. These guys look friendly, though. They probably do some. They probably. I mean, there's got to be at least one radical in the group. You know,
Right, right.
there's got to be at least one.
And if there
Houston
isn't, I might
SPCA.
join and be the radical one. Wink,
Oh,
wink.
how about this? Houston Animal Rights Team, promoting animal advocacy and social justice since 1983. Here you go.
These
Promoting
Hey,
guys.
that's the
veganism.
year I was
veganism.
born, so maybe that's a sign. Maybe those are the guys for me who were
These are the
those
ones.
Yeah.
Houston animal. Let's go.
Maybe it's your resolution for this year. Maybe it's your resolution that you want to do
Right?
something with the new group, you know? That could be cool.
Yeah,
Could
exactly.
be. Could be Houston. Maybe I'll be driving through Houston soon, and I'll come see you. And we can do something. We can go out there and.
Yeah, in your tour, you it's like you guys skip all of Texas. It's like no, let's not go to Texas whatsoever.
I drove through Texas. I drove through the Panhandle. I went through Amarillo. Amarillo got there. Yeah.
Thank you, Jackie.
Jackie
Thank you so
Boyle.
much.
Hey,
Thank you, Jackie. Sky, someone wanted to know the name of the rapper that you showed.
I am. What was the name of that rapper? So Gaia is the first one. I am Feldy was the other one.
Feldy.
I am Feldy is the one. Feldi.
I
He
am
says,
Feldy.
I'm not blonde, but I am from Sweden. No, I'm not from Sweden, but I'm blonde. That's what
Ah,
it says.
it happens.
I'll put it in the
okay.
community tab of the YouTube channel. Okay, guys, I'll link it there.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thanks, Jackie, with the nice salads. Benji, thank you, everybody. So Armando,
Do you
I
have-
think we found your first resolution that we gave you, but like Fanny was asking, Fanny asked everybody. You want to ask him, Fanny?
What? His resolution?
Yeah, that was what I was.
Yeah. What's
Keep
your
it up, Fanny.
resolution, Armando?
Well, actually, I've been thinking I should actually get more intense with my advocacy. Should do more stuff. Be more, assertive and be more like I'm drawing this line, people, to all my, especially to all those, reluctant relatives of mine who, man, if I had any more hair, I would pull it out already.
Is it you're the only one in your family who's vegan?
Yes, I do have a cousin who was vegan for 4 years. She even met Alicia Silverstone at protest and stuff. And
Wow.
now she's like selling watches or something. It's like she's no longer vegan. She's now like a health coach, one of those. I don't know. It's like, yeah. And
Yeah.
I asked her,
It's
one of
frustrating.
yeah, and I asked her what happened. Like, hey, like this thing, because she would post something about, oh, this breakfast, eat this cheese and this thing. I was like, no, the best breakfast is with no animal cruelty and animal oppression and this thing. Nothing, no, not a comment.
Yeah, it's
You know,
frustrating. It's really
yeah,
it hits a deeper spot when it's someone that's in your family, right? It's like it's even more frustrating because we're trying to make people realize and
mm,
understand, and we're trying to reach out and show things. And when it's your family, you're like, if I can't even do that with my family, like who is gonna listen to this?
right. But you know what's weird? My mother turned out to be a bigger meat flake than anyone else for some reason.
Oh,
Like
really?
she's been giving me more pushback than anyone. But it's kind of weird because she's like sharing recipes that she finds. Sometimes she's like this, that, and she doesn't eat red meat because she can't digest it. Actually, she doesn't even because she can't digest it. But you know what she does? She eats cows anyway, and then she takes like a pill or something or
Oh,
whatever.
that's so
Oh,
weird to me that people take pills so that they could digest animal parts. It's the weirdest part of the whole thing. Like,
Right.
people will say all this shit about vegans taking B12 or whatever, and I did not take B12 until I turned 40. But I remember everyone saying, "Oh, you guys have to supplement." I'm like, "You motherfuckers are taking a pill so that you could drink milk." Like, that is insane.
it's yeah, it's to be like everyone else. Like for me, I think the biggest thing for people, the biggest reason people don't want to become vegan is because they don't want to be different. They're afraid of rejection, they're afraid of not being part of the group, not being able to be social. Like that's a deep fear for everybody, to be rejected by everybody else.
Yeah, I
So
get that. I
that's
mean,
why.
there were people in the South in the United States who, you know what, they wanted to be like they didn't want to speak up against slavery. They wanted to be like
Mm-hmm.
everybody else. They want to be those weirdos saying that black
Right.
people have rights like the rest of us. Like,
Don't want to make waves.
don't want to make waves. Yeah, I mean, I get that. But look, I was thinking about both of you when today I woke up this morning and I saw that Veg News, another hard-hitting investigation that 45 vegan celebrities, guys. And I think that with 45 vegan celebrities, we are normalizing the idea of veganism and everybody could do it. So I want to know if you think these people are vegan, okay?
All
So,
right.
okay, are they vegan? Is
For
Billie
me, it's hard
Eilish?
because so many of them go back to eat meat, and then it's like counterproductive. It's like I'm always afraid when a celebrity becomes vegan because I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, when they're gonna go back because they were just doing it for health. It's
Yeah,
like
or they weren't. Sky is not loud enough still, or not loud enough? What the fuck? What is going on? Can you guys hear me all right?
lower than the both of us.
Holy shit, why didn't you
Yeah,
say
I
so?
hear you.
but I can
Oh,
hear you, but it's a little bit lower.
All right, here we go. We are loud. We are loud. We are loud. We are
now
loud.
you're talking.
We are loud. Okay.
Mike.
We are loud.
Spoiler
We are
alert,
loud
long
in
term.
effect.
Uh,
Am I too loud now?
Am I too loud now or what? What's going on, guys? Is this too loud?
All right.
you're good.
We're good. Okay. Thank you. All right. Billie Eilish, vegan or not? We got to go fast. There's 45 of these.
I think she's vegan.
She
Mm,
is. You do? Okay. What do you think, AJ?
I mean,
Armando.
she might be vegan for herself, but kind of a pick me, kind of in that pick me area of I'm not
She
going
rides
to judge
horses,
you too
guys.
much.
She rides
I'm doing
horses.
this for myself. I don't know.
She's very young still. Like I
Yeah.
was talking to Jess yesterday and I was like, sometimes we have to be a little bit, I think, open-minded to the fact, oh, Sky, see, I'm open-minded to the fact that some people are
Just not about
starting
jazz.
starting their journey, or like, because when I became vegan, I was not like one day to another my whole life changed, and now I like, and I still make mistakes. Like the other day I bought drinks and I was like, damn it, I should have checked, they're not vegan, it's like,
Were they not vegan, your drinks?
yeah, I know, it's too bad. It was like a fake spritz, alcohol,
But
and
what wasn't
they put red bugs in them. I know, and I didn't think. I
But
was
most of those
like,
drinks don't have red bugs in them anymore. Like
well,
Campari doesn't
these
have red
ones
bugs.
do. These ones do. The Trader Joe ones do. And I was so
Oh.
frustrated because I was
Really?
like, damn it, I never buy. It was like for once that I bought something different that I usually, and I was like, damn it.
We've all been
So,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
but so that's why it's like she's so young still. She's
Yeah.
still finding her voice. Like 2 years ago, people were like, "Oh my gosh, she has boobs," because before she was. I don't know. For me, it's like I think she's gonna become a very strict vegan,
I
but
hope
she's
so.
still
She needs
too
to stop riding
young.
horses.
Yeah, she does.
So
Agreed.
Karina and I have been watching, we have we go see movies because we have the movie pass, and so really 3 previews in a row had a song from her in it, and 2 of them had the identical song in the preview of a movie of different movies. She's so huge right now,
She's
like
huge.
she is ubiquitous. Like you cannot go down the street. You can't go a full day without hearing something from her. What's her name
Yeah.
again? Billie Eilish.
Bigger
So
than Adele right now.
she's way bigger than Adele.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, she's huge.
Yeah.
She's bigger than aspirin. She's bigger than Jesus. John Lennon might say.
I don't know if she's bigger than Taylor Swift. I think Taylor Swift is still.
You're probably right, but I don't hear a Taylor Swift song every day of my life, and I'm positive that I hear a Billie Eilish song every
And
single day.
I think Taylor Swift is more national, and I think Billie Eilish is more international, because I knew of Billie Eilish when I was in Belgium and I had no idea who Taylor Swift was.
Well, I guess I don't know. I think Taylor Swift's probably richer than Billie Eilish, but I think Billie Eilish is somebody that's like pervading our culture. Armando, what do you think? You think she's a pick-me? You think she's vegan or not vegan? You're the tiebreaker. Armando is frozen. No, there he is.
Oh, all right. All right. So we could say she's vegan under construction then.
Okay. She's vegan under construction.
A work
what
in
about this
progress.
asshole?
Yeah. Man alive.
See, that's because of people like him that I say it pisses me off. He does a whole speech. He's like blah blah blah, cows, blah blah blah, and then he goes and he rides horses because it's period piece film. I'm just like, seriously, like I'm disappointed. That's all.
He's like, I wanna wear a vegan hat on a horse. Yay!
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah, I want to wear a vegan hat on a horse. While I ride this horse, I want to wear a plant-based hat. What? Joaquin? I think you missed it, buddy. You missed it. Okay, what about her? That's his, you know who she is, Rooney Mara. She and her
Rooney.
sister.
Her
Rooney-
her sister was at the rodeo protest.
So these girls, they're the Mara, Kate and Rooney. Rooney is married to Joaquin Phoenix. I think she's the reason why he went vegan. I think he went vegan because of her, and that's why he's not 100%er. I think
Wasn't
that's
he?
why.
Wasn't he vegan before her?
He was vegetarian before. His brother was
Ah.
vegan-ish. Like he said he was vegan. But those are like, his brother died at the age of like 25 or something. So, and he was younger. And he tells a story about how he was on a fishing boat and saw the fish dying and they didn't want to eat animals. So does that mean he was vegan? I don't know. I think he's an ethical vegetarian who fights for animal rights. Rooney Mara, though, I'm pretty convinced.
They're both paying for The Smell of Money, the movie documentary about, yeah, it's called The Smell of Money. They're both paying, producing that movie. So I think he made a huge mistake by riding the horses.
Yes.
But I don't know if there's anything else we could find against him. You know what I mean?
So he only enslaves horses. I mean, sure. I mean, guess that's
I don't.
there's her sister. Uh-huh. Sorry.
Yeah, one thing also for me, and I will say that, and you might be totally against what I'm saying, but sometimes maybe you have to do one bad thing to have enough money to do 100 good things. So I don't know.
We call
I
that
think
there's a word for that. It's called effective altruism, and that is something that you'll hear a lot about in vegan circles. Like I can, if I kill one, if I make a bunch of money like Sam Bankman-Fried, but what I'm going to do is give it all away. I'm going to do bad things to make $100 billion, but what I'm
but
going to
did he do
do,
bad things with an S, or did he do that one thing that everybody's pointing at?
well, no matter what, you're still looking at a math problem, right? Can I do a few bad things to do a lot of good things? If it's one bad thing to do a lot of good things, 10 bad things to do 100 good things, you know what I
That's
mean?
the thing though. For me, most vegans that I know, they're not perfect. They will make mistakes. Something will happen. You know, it's like shit happens, right? And it was a conscious choice for him. It was not a mistake. We agree
Joaquin,
on
yeah.
that.
Hmm.
But the thing is, I don't know. It's like of all the people I know who are vegans, all of them have done things that I'm like, meh, I don't know if that was really vegan. He happens to be a public person, so everybody knows about it. But it's like, I don't know. For
Well,
me, if
yeah, I
you do
mean, he's a
one bad
public
thing,
person.
huh?
But that's kind of the point, though. It's like if it were Joe Phoenix, if it was Joe Phoenix and not Joaquin Phoenix, Joe Phoenix, I don't know Joe Phoenix. He's not a fucking face of the movement. But
I
Joaquin
agree with you.
Phoenix is
That's
Joaquin friggin' Phoenix.
That's
It's
why
like,
I started by saying I'm disappointed.
yeah,
And
me
every time
too.
there is a star being vegan, I'm so afraid of what they're gonna do that the whole movement is gonna be associated with.
Yeah,
That's
and it
like,
sucks
ugh,
and it makes vegans look like a bunch of assholes because we can't find one that we like. But I think that the Mara girls, the Mara women here,
they're
I call
doing
them
great.
because they're sisters, not because they're not women. You know, I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be sexist by calling them girls. They're grown women who happen to be sisters, so I call them the Mara girls, the Mara sisters.
Yeah.
The
So
cis.
the sisses. I think they're the real deal. They've always
I
been
think
like
they are.
Liberia Chimpanzee Rescue and Protection. She's always been like from the very beginning. I knew about these ladies being vegan before Joaquin came around and got Rooney Mara and put a ring on it. But
It's interesting what Hannah Moon is saying. If we care for our loved ones, we must hold them accountable. This goes for spouses and family and friends and all. I think in talking about Joaquin Phoenix, if we see the horse as like he hurt someone or whatever, like for me as a person, I hurt my friends sometimes. I hurt my husband sometimes, his feelings, or I do something stupid. One day Jess burned himself because of me because we had a wrong communication. It's like sometimes you make mistakes, and I don't know. I think he should speak about it.
he
I
didn't
think he
make a
should say
mistake.
that
Like
was dumb. I shouldn't have done that, or
apologized.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I have to find out what the hell's going on with Joaquin. For me, he
We
is
have to.
not vegan. He's a guy who's an animal rights activist who just happens to be vegetarian or he's plant-based dieter or something. Like
Yeah.
a vegan doesn't ride horses, and this is my problem with the other one, Billie Eilish. Vegans don't ride horses, guys.
Yes, that's what I think. Vegans don't ride horses. I
Yeah.
think he might
No.
just be, a vegan with a dent. With a dent.
Right.
Yeah.
Tiny dent that he oppresses horses, for a movie.
Right.
Okay.
We got to put an asterisk next to every name. A vegan doesn't require an asterisk. And here's the other thing. Like, we all forgave him when he rode the horse the last time. He said, you know what? I feel really bad about that. I regret it. And what do? He took the paycheck and rode another horse. So,
Yeah, not the best. Not the best.
I didn't know he did it once before. I
yeah,
didn't
he was
know.
in that cowboy movie, Sisters and Brothers or whatever it was called. And then there were I'm pretty sure he rode a horse in the Gladiator movie. And then
Was he vegan then? Was he
He's
vegan then?
claims to have been vegan for a lot longer than I think he has been. So he claims that he was like 12 years old or something, or even younger. So I don't believe his narrative, but he's obviously a good person. I don't know, man. It's rough. It's rough. We can't.
Yeah.
Who do we have?
It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, right.
Who do we
Yeah.
have?
It's in. Oh, can I share something now that we're doing this thing with popular people being vegan or not? I was watching a video of Mr. Beast, and I'm gonna share that clip this week on my page. But he's not vegan. He's not
Nope.
vegan, right? But I heard of him because of you, Sky, because you talked about him. And he has a video where he was isolated by himself in a room, white room, for 7 days. And he says it was one of the worst thing in his life. And he says, I quote, "I feel like an animal that has lost all of his rights, like animals. Like, I've hit rock bottom. It is very inhumane." So when he talks about being treated like an animal, he says that this is very inhumane, the way that we treat animals. I thought that was so interesting because he's not vegan at all. And he was feeling treated inhumanely like an animal. And I was like, wow.
This is a guy who's been buried. Like they buried him
Yeah.
alive, right?
And
He's
he said
done-
that, yeah, he said that that one thing, the isolation was the worst thing that happened in his life, and it was being treated like an animal without
Isn't it
any
also
rights.
scary that in most states in America that isolation is still considered a perfectly acceptable form of punishment?
It's
that
torture.
Putting people in solitary confinement. Yeah, it's just torture, and
Yeah.
it's still legal in America. Mike says that she's not vegan, but I keep on looking this up about her. And Natalie Portman, she seems to be divorcing her carny husband. She says she's been vegan since she read Jonathan Safran Foer's book. So
Is she wearing vegan clothes in her like films and such?
yeah, like she won't eat food, or she wears vegan shit when she does her stuff. I mean, I don't know. I think though that like last time we had this argument, I had to look up when she wore the feathers for Black Swan, and she wasn't vegan back then, but vegetarian. She went vegan after she had given birth with her child. She went vegan. So I'm not sure about this one. Natalie Portman, is she vegan?
I never hear anything about her like wearing feathers or doing shit.
Yeah. So
Even
2011, she before going vegan, she went 2011, but she was vegetarian since she was 9 years old. Huh?
All right.
Okay, what about they them Bella Ramsey? You know them from the zombie movie. What was the zombie movie called?
Ugh, it was like with the mushroom, right?
Yeah, the mushroom zombies.
Yeah.
Well,
It wasn't a movie, it was a TV show.
That's what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Bella Ramsey from Game of Thrones, right?
Were they in Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Oh, they might
What
have
did they do
been.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Game
At
of
the
Thrones?
end.
The little angry lady who moved the masses and led the revolt against the thing. Yeah. She took charge, basically. That little lady, Mormon.
Oh my God, I remember now. You're right.
I don't think I watched that one.
Just a little girl. I forgot about Bella Ramsey's character. They were named alongside the Little Mermaid actor Halle Berry as one of PETA's most beautiful vegan celebrities. They starred in Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget, which I still haven't seen, Game of Thrones, The Last of Us, that's the zombie one.
The Last of Us, yep.
Vegan primarily because I love animals, but I also, like most of us, care about the planet. The environment of going vegan is significant.
As much as I've seen from them, they're vegan. They're a legit vegan
That's cool.
person.
I'm calling vegan. Yes.
You're calling vegan? Okay. All right. I guess I'm calling vegan too. All right. Next up. I don't know this person. Richa Morjani. Do any of you know this person? Never have I ever.
Ooh.
No?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't know who this is, but vegan. What about this woman, Daniela Monet? Entrepreneur, influencer, mom, and proud vegan. She's a Nickelodeon child star.
Ah, the actress. Right.
Live a
Maybe.
transparent, plant-based lifestyle and share it with my social following friends.
Plant-based.
I don't
But I
trust it.
think, yeah, but I think Daniela, I think Christina Van Beek was it who made a reaction to Daniela Monet. She was in an interview or something, and what she
Mm,
said made it sound like she was just one of those plant-based,
yeah.
not really vegan, not totally there yet, you know. But hopeful, I'm
Okay.
hopeful for, yeah. I
Lizzo's
think
not vegan. Says is Lizzo's not vegan? Lizzo's the next one on the list. What do you think,
I don't
Lizzo?
remember. I don't think I am enough into reading about stars to know much more about that.
People were like, "You're vegan? What are you deep frying the lettuce?"
Yep.
wow.
That's that is so messed up. That's her
Imagine if
quote.
the answer was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm deep frying the lettuce.
I'm not vegan to lose weight. I just feel better when I eat plants. I think she's just a plant-based.
Yeah, plant-based, and it's all about health. Woody Harrelson. I like Woody Harrelson, but I've seen him
Woody
in
Harrelson's
the
on here somewhere. Hold on a second. What about Lewis Hamilton? You like Lewis Hamilton?
Yeah, I'm
I've never
calling
seen.
vegan. Lewis
Formula
Hamilton.
One? Yeah,
Lewis
Formula One Lewis
Hamilton
Hamilton.
definitely vegan. Yeah.
I think so too. What about Travis? We talk about him a lot.
Travis.
It's brand new. It's new, right? And it's just plant-based as far I've seen.
He says he's been vegan since like 2000. Let me see. Aside from a brief spell in the hospital, hasn't eaten meat since his teens. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
meat.
that story always pisses
Not-
me off. Natalie Emanuel. I hope that she's real. I've heard good things. She was also from Games of Thrones.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she was also. I think she's also in the Fast and Furious movies, the greatest piece of art ever made. Venus Williams, also plant based. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
She's invested in a number of vegan brands, though. Will I Am, though. What do you think?
I don't know.
Will I Am is the reason. Like he's always doing this. He's always like, yeah, vegan forever. I don't know. I think he's the real deal.
Okay. Good
All
for
right.
him.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. What does everybody else think? I could be wrong. I thought he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woody
I don't
Harrelson's a
have
safe
enough
bet.
information, so
Lewis Hamilton too. Okay. Will I Am. There's Woody. What do you want to say about Woody?
I said it before, but he was on a TV show that I don't remember.
Cheers?
No. He was recently on a TV show where they were playing a scene where he was like, "Oh, I'm a farmer. I have cows, and if you, I only drink the milk from my cows or
Curb Your
something like that."
Enthusiasm. Yeah, he
Yes,
was trying.
exactly.
Yeah, Larry said that. Oh, I have this. He's like, Larry, you have milk in your fridge, and he's like, no, Woody, I only get it from a cow like up the street that's owned by this guy. And then
Yeah.
that was such a good one though. Have you seen it? Because he finds out that the guy who he tries to get a farmer, and the farmer is a member of the KKK, but Larry's Jewish, and Larry's like, hey, would you do me a favor and pretend to be the guy that gets me my milk, and then he accidentally spills something on the KKK hood, like the cloak, and so then he's got to go get it dry cleaned, and so now he's got to get the KKK outfit dry cleaned, but his dry cleaner's Jewish, and they won't do it. And so you see, like, I love the story is showing how bullshit everything is when you try to start lying about where your shit comes from.
Yeah, but the whole scene with Woody, he kind of validated at some point to be like, "Oh yeah, if it's someone you know and they only have one cow or whatever, that's fine then." And I was like, "Ugh, why did you
Yeah.
have to like once again, he's Woody Harrelson. He could have been like, I don't want to say that." And he did, and it pissed me off. I was disappointed one more time.
I mean, vegan, but with a disappointing thing that he did. I don't know.
I thought he was trying to be a bit meta. I don't know. I think if you watch the episode in its entirety, you might enjoy it. Sadie Sink, I've heard that she's the real deal, but she's one of those youngins. What do you think?
All right. Yeah, for what I heard, yeah.
Hope she doesn't turn back. One thing that I've so can we have a little interruption where I share
course.
something else?
Yes.
So this week I was watching Bridgerton, and you know my husband is very much into feathers and the use of feathers. And on Bridgerton there is a character named Eloise, and in the second season this character is against the use of feathers for dressing up.
Yeah.
They make fun of women who dress up with feathers. They're like, why they want to look like a stupid bird parading, blah blah blah. And then in another episode they talk again about the feathers, and her mom is like, oh, I didn't put any feather in your outfit because you don't want that. And I was like, that's pretty cool that they're addressing that in like a sense of like, why would humans decorate themselves with feathers? It's stupid. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And so I thought, I don't think the character is ever going to be vegan or whatever, but I was like, it's interesting how
We're talking about it.
they're talking about it. They're bringing the topic. They're saying it's stupid, and it's a character that's very feminist. It's a character that thinks it's stupid because she's higher class to other classes. Like, she's a rebel character, and I thought that was really interesting that they were taking the feathers as something that she was against. So
I think, yeah, I'm with you on that.
interlude. Yeah. Once again, it's going to be on my channel this week.
I like it when people are, at least addressing this stuff. They're at least starting people thinking about it. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Did you see that new clip that every vegan page is sharing about Julia Roberts in that feature film on Netflix?
Yes, everyone keeps on sharing it. She's
Yeah.
like, we fucked everything up. Life as we know it. We fucked everything.
Yeah. We're even abusing others. And yeah, I thought it was really cool that they were sharing that. So yeah, I'm glad that pop culture is starting to like the fact that Mr. Beast was like, I'm treated like an animal. I was like, cool, because these ideas are spreading, even though it's maybe not the way we want it, and people don't, but they're like, we treat animals badly. Like, people start saying it. Because before we were just like, oh, they're animals. We get the right to treat them like that. But now people are like, no, this is wrong. I don't want to be treated like that.
Well, especially Mr. Beast saying something so small, because he's got such a huge following that he could actually, just off an offhand, he's so huge. Him just bringing it up is a big fucking deal. Like, he can change a lot of hearts and minds simply by talking about animals,
And I haven't watched all of his videos. Like, he will show food that's not vegan and feed people non-vegan food, of course, because he's not vegan.
He also owns a hamburger joint, a hamburger restaurant. Yeah.
But I haven't seen him use animals in his things. When a lot of people for entertainment use animals, I have not yet seen him do that.
I've seen a lot of his content, and you're right. I haven't seen him use animals for entertainment. So,
and for me, I'm happy, because if he's smarter than that, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool. I guess you're right. Maybe Mr. Beast isn't all that bad. I mean, he does a lot of good. He's an interesting character. I think that, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't be super.
Petch is vegan, right? She's vegan. She was in the Riverdale. Who's this guy? Ramesh Ranganathan. I don't know who he is. Do you guys know who he is?
I think so.
He's a vegan, plant-based comedian. Okay, what about Tabitha Brown?
Yeah, I think she is.
She's a hard one. She's a pick-me vegan, though, right? I mean, come on. She's like, y'all do your business, I'ma do mine.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's always like, that's your business. I'ma mind my business. You mind yours. But if you like, she's like, she's vegan, and she's hardcore, but she's also like, I'm not gonna tell other people to be vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely pick me.
Yeah, I mean, when you're hardcore for yourself, but not for others, then you're not speaking up for the animals, who are the victims of everyone else. Because that's what it's all about, really. Like, they're still victims of everyone else. So,
it's people who are trying to make a business, right? There's like, her whole business is to sell food or like recipes to people.
Or like dog bowls and shit. Like, I used to have, I had her at Target, because she's got a whole Target line. Like, if you go to Target, you can find Tabitha Brown stuff, which is great that someone who's like a plant-based person is, in Target. I guess that's good, right? We talked earlier about normalizing the idea of being vegan, so people aren't afraid to go vegan because they won't be afraid of being different from other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
That
that's
too.
good? Question mark.
Can
I
you
Good.
repeat
mean,
the question?
Is
yeah.
Tabitha Brown good for the vegan movement and animals? I don't know.
I would say everybody is going to be affected in a different way. There must be different doors for different people. But that's kind of what upsets me is when I see people who are ambiguous because they're
Yes.
trying to sell something and be loved.
Yeah,
And
she's like
it's like,
selling vegan dog collars and stuff, and like I don't know, vegan plates for vegan. I don't know. She's got like a little journal. It's like that's your business. You can no, don't go ruining anybody else's. Have a nice day and don't go ruining nobody else's. That's like she says that all the time, and it's like I want to ruin people's days if they're animal abusers. Like I want to ruin animal abusers'
I
days.
mean, yeah, your technique is not going to work with everybody. Her technique is not going to work with everybody. It's like,
No, but
she has made popular some ways of eating, and some people have definitely eaten less meat because of her. And also, we have to think that in America, the black population is more likely to be vegan than the white population.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. So I think that also maybe she knows better how to talk
She's made a
to
name for
these,
herself. She's got a huge following. She's got a big, I don't know. I mean, it's
like,
like
she's a success, and she
Tabitha
is
Brown is like one
talking
of
to
those people that
people.
I wish that she would just do more, I guess. That's the big thing. I wish, you know how like you're disappointed in Joaquin Phoenix? Tabitha Brown disappoints me. I want Tabitha Brown to be like, get up, start a revolution, Tabitha. Now's the
But
time.
I think she might at some point. I think she might at some point. I think sometimes you also realize where the world is at
Yeah.
and that it's maybe not ready right now, but I think she might at some point when more people are into veganism, like strengthen, like harden her core and be like, okay,
So
you
you're
know?
like so what did AJ Armando, what did you call Billie Eilish, a vegan under construction?
yeah, under construction.
Okay. Tabitha Brown, under construction. I can't wait for her to become an Angela Davis revolutionary. That's what I want.
Correct.
Who are these? Who's Heather Ray Almusa? I've heard about her. She's like is she like the house flipper or something?
Maybe.
We explained how food can help heal us. Selling Sunset. Okay, she's on. Yeah, she's some kind of house flipper. Does anyone know who she is? Heather El Ray El Musa is a strong advocate for the positive impact that going plant-based can have on your health, but she's also a big animal lover. Oh, that gives me pause. But I mean, I don't
I
know.
don't watch enough reality TV to know.
I don't know either. I don't know. I anyone who says though, like, I want to tell people how great it is for your health, but I'm also a big animal lover. So she's not vegan, LMA. Yeah, says Mike the View. Yeah, that's anytime someone says that, like, well, I'm a big animal lover, so that means that it's also good for your health, but also I love animals. Oh, here we go. Ivana
Hey,
Lynch.
Ivana
She's
Lynch.
She's
she's
real,
hard
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
she's hardcore vegan, but unfortunately,
What? You're gonna tell me something bad news?
no, when she started her podcast, she has a podcast. I've been
Yeah,
researching her
with Melanie
recently.
Joy.
Yeah, and she was like inviting people who are not vegan but
Yeah.
talking again about health and all. I think in her second season it's more like only vegan people that she's invited, but in the first season it was like, once again it's like people who are trying to sell something, so they're trying to ease people into, and then they harden their core when they feel like they can.
Yeah, I have a take on this though, because I remember when she started her shit with what's her face, with Melanie Joy, and Melanie Joy is the one who coined the term carnism, and carnism to me is a problem because carnism, it kind of focuses on diet rather than the term that we already have on the books, speciesism, and I don't think we actually need carnism as a term unless we're only talking about diet. And so she kind of got caught up with Melanie Joy, and Melanie Joy always is saying that shit, right? It's always about diet. So I don't know. I think Ivana Lynch might be the real deal, though. I think she just got kind of like swept under, kind of like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like Richard, so Roger Yates helped start the ALF, and he was always kind of a hero of mine. And when I started my channel, I really cared about what he thought, and I really wanted, because I cared about the history of the movement and stuff. And I don't know, I think I'm glad that I went through that time because I have a deeper understanding of the history of the movement of veganism. But at the same time, I also feel like that really wasn't me. That's not really what I'm about, is teaching people about the history of the movement of veganism. You know what I mean? So I think Ivana Lynch kind of had the same kind of thing. Kind of got an
Yeah,
older
and once
vegan.
again, she was vegan when she was super young.
Yeah.
She was vegan super young. She's still growing. And recently she shared a book. She published a book recently, and that was all about like veganism and all. But she said she was so afraid to share her book because she also knows what she represents in the mind of people related to Harry Potter. And she says all the time, I don't want to like destroy the image that people have with these favorite characters that have helped them go through very difficult things, maybe time in their lives or whatever. And so I'm always very cautious about what I do, what I share and everything, which, I understand. But
Yeah.
I mean, but for me, she's not just that Harry Potter character or
course.
whatever, obviously, But
Yeah.
obviously that's how I knew her, obviously.
Yeah.
Was my
I don't even
favorite
know.
character, actually, yeah.
I only know who she was because of Dr. Melanie Joy. That's actually, and then someone's like, "Oh, she was in Harry Potter," and I was like, "Which one?" Oh, she was the weird little one. Like,
Yeah.
she was the weirdo, and I'm like, I don't know. And then Fanny knows everything about Harry Potter, and Karina's really good at Harry Potter stuff too. So they had to tell me who Luna
I'm a
Lovejoy
Potterhead,
was.
so totally. Yeah.
You're a Potterhead. I know more than I'm willing to admit.
I hope she's on Vegly. Well, because you're around us, we talk about Harry Potter all the time.
What if she's on Vegly?
I hope she's on Vegly.
Luna Lovejoy might be on Vegly. She's like, Harry Potter. She might be. I don't know if she's single, but I just want to do a couple more. So we don't have to do all of them, but Paul Wesley is playing Captain Kirk, which means we have a vegan Captain Kirk now.
Yes.
And I think that he's real, but I don't know yet. It's one of those things. I haven't seen him ride any horses or anything yet. But he pretended to eat a hot dog on an episode. But I think that he's a real vegan. He's signed the plant-based treaty. Animal farming has obliterated our beautiful rainforests. So I know. I think he's for real. Okay, Pamela. We know about Pamela.
Wow.
I don't know who Leona Lewis is. Maya, we all know who Maya. She's been vegan forever. She's a great singer.
Okay.
Kevin Smith's not really vegan. He's a plant-based. He just wants to save his life. And then the reason why we're even talking about this is the one and only Alicia Silverstone.
Right, yeah.
What do you think?
Oh yeah.
The real
Yes,
totally.
Oh yeah. She's for real.
Is she for real? She's a real deal vegan?
Oh yeah. I think so.
Okay. All right.
Certified by the vegan,
Oh yeah,
Certified.
vegan
she's
organization.
she's made everything she posts on her page is about animal rights. Everything. Every post she does is that. So yeah, I think she is.
All right. Well, cool. Then I guess that's all we need to talk about. I mean, there's a few others. We have Ariana. We have.
I wish
Colin
she talked
Kaepernick,
more about it.
Ruby Rose. Moby's really
he's the real deal.
Yeah.
Moby is the real deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Moby's the one. Like, I think he's the vegan celebrity for me. Like,
Oh yeah.
Moby just
His whole
beyond
thing.
reproach. I know he's fucked up a couple
if-
times during the pandemic when it came to like paying people, but that has nothing to do with veganism. He's a hardcore vegan, and I believe in him.
Yeah.
And we have Jessica Chastain, who everyone loves. Elliot Page.
I wish
Alan
Jessica
Cumming.
talked more about it again.
Jessica Chastain, she doesn't really have a public life, does she? She's like a real private person. Elliot
Oh,
Page.
she publishes every day on social media.
She does?
She has a pretty public life.
I don't follow her. Maybe I should. Alan Cumming, he is the vegan option. I love him.
Right.
Sarah Pascoe, I don't know who that is. A
I
comedian.
didn't know. Peter Dinklage.
Hey, look, it's Tyrion Lannister. Hey.
We have a lot of Game of Thrones people, huh? 3 Game of Thrones actors are vegan.
Well,
Weird.
they had a lot of actors on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Peter Dinklage is someone who has zero. He has zero social media. but his stuff
Yeah,
about
his
how
theory.
he couldn't imagine hurting his dogs and stuff makes me think that he's probably really into his pets and stuff like that. He switched to vegetarian, stuck with 2014, and then upgraded to veganism in 2014.
This
He
guy,
also
he's
narrated
at.
Face Your
Oh,
Food.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry. He's at every protest. The next guy.
Oh yeah,
All right,
yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot his name.
James
James
Cromwell.
Cromwell. He's at
Yeah,
every protest.
at PETA headquarters, like their main room where you do your HR training, it's called the James Cromwell room. Yeah, he's kind of a big deal in the movement.
You know who I wish was vegan and was more talking about it is Jane Fonda, because she is on every like right now she was doing a post for Greenpeace and
Yeah,
she
but
was
she's not vegan.
she's not vegan. Every time I'm like,
I know. She's a
why?
peacenik, but she's not
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah.
She's a tough one for me because I've always kind of thought that she was a hero in many ways. She's a
Yeah.
hardcore liberal, anti-war advocate,
Feminist.
feminist. I mean, she's always been an interesting character for me, but not vegan. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Too bad.
Mayim Bialik, everyone loves her. She was in. She's your favorite.
Since recently, I had to unfollow her with the war that happened because she kept taking side for one side, and I was like, how can you as a vegan promote violence? I was like very disappointed again.
Yeah, I mean,
which I understand that she chooses one side because she feels like implicated in that thing, and she probably is.
Well, it seems
But
difficult for people because I mean, arguably the worst terrorist attack in the history of the world happened, and everyone chose sides, and it's kind of like, I just want to say I'm against violence. I don't really want to pick sides. I don't see how that benefits anybody.
Yeah. I wish that she did not pick sides and that she was, because I have Jewish friends who work in the industry and who said they are for ceasefires and they did not pick a side, and they said it's really sad what's happening both sides. So I just wish she had done that, but she did not. So I was disappointed, for nothing to do with veganism. But for me, veganism is synonym of nonviolence. And I was like, how can you as a vegan not choose nonviolence? But yeah.
Carrie says Faraz Harsini is going to be bigger than Gary Yourofsky. I wonder. We'll see. He's the founder of ASAP. It's interesting. Brian Adams is vegan. He's been vegan forever. He's the real deal.
All right.
Jermaine Dupri, I'm not sure. Tig Notaro. I mean,
wait a minute. That Jermaine Dupri, is that the ice cream guy? That's JD's vegan ice cream guy.
JD, yeah, Jermaine Dupri, yeah, he's a singer.
Oh right, I had that ice cream thing. They're really good.
You like it? I haven't had it. Jermaine Dupri has always been like a healthy health nut who's pushed a plant-based diet. He's not as big a star as he used to be, but Jermaine Dupri, yeah, he did a whole. Yeah, he's always been like really fit and good-looking guy, Jermaine Dupri. Tig Notaro is one of my favorite comedians, also a Star Trek person. So lots of Star Trek characters are vegan. Elaine Hendricks from Parent Trap. Emily Deschanel says she's vegan, but her sister's not. Here we go. Toby, Spider-Man.
Toby?
Yeah, he's been vegan for a long time.
Okay. Does he talk about it? Never seen an interview. Or...
He became vegan in 2009, made a decision out of love for animals, respect, and concern for the environment. I don't know. I mean, I've heard him talk about it. I don't think he like.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's like an activist.
Pretty sure the Spider-Man thing is vegan. Oh, that woman.
Sarah Gilbert. Nice.
Sarah Gilbert, she was in Roseanne, right?
She was in Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. In Roseanne, they made fun of her for being vegetarian. It was a whole thing where at some point Roseanne says, we're so low, we don't have anyone else to exploit, so we need to exploit the animals. That's a line. I'm paraphrasing. That's a line from Roseanne that she says to her daughter who's wanting to go vegetarian. Ugh. And it was Sarah Gilbert who was the vegetarian in that story. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah, I think his fluid is made from spider exploitation. No, because Tobey Maguire it came out of his arm, remember? It didn't come out of a device.
Yeah, it's him. It's him. He's producing.
His own goo.
Yes, it's his own goo. He does whatever he wants with his goo.
That's what it's consensually excreted when he ugh, it's really gross for some reason.
He can goo as much as he wants.
I did like that in the new Spider-Man movie when they asked him if it came out of his butt, and he's like, "What? No." It's like a Spider-Man. It would come out of your butt though, not out of your wrists.
What? Why not?
Because spiders, it comes out of their butt.
Right. Does whatever a spider can? I don't think so.
No, yeah, spiders, it comes out of their butt. It doesn't come out of their arms.
Huh? I thought it was coming from their mouth.
No,
I
it
thought
comes
they
out of
were
their
spitting that.
abdomen.
It's coming from the other end. Yeah.
It's coming from the back end. Yeah.
I mean,
Stuff goes in, web comes out. Food goes in, web goes out.
gross.
That's what happens. And
Spiders are cool.
spiders
Sky,
are pretty cool.
I mean,
There's
I'm
one-
arachnophobic, but
Oh,
spiders
you
but
are?
at the same time, I admire spiders. It's weird.
They're spitting spiders. One more thing, Sky. I don't know if you've ever
But they're
talked
cool.
about that on the thing here, but I discovered, Jess told me this week about the ag gag laws.
Yes, ag gag laws.
Everybody knows about that. I didn't know about that. I
Go
am
ahead.
not American.
Maybe people don't know. Just because I know doesn't mean everybody knows. Go, Fanny. Talk about ag gag.
So gag laws say that they forbid undercover filming on farms. So that means that in some states, if you want to film on a farm undercover, you can go to jail.
Right. And even
And I was-
filming anything really on a farm.
And I was
anything,
saying
yeah.
to Jess, isn't that kind of amazing how every day in the news we see dead people, we see people being butchered and all of that. But if you want to show animals, then it's illegal or it's not. Like in the news, you never see, oh my gosh, this happened to these animals or whatever. It's like, but it's common to see dead people and injured human bodies, and it's very
Unless
interesting
America's
to me.
doing the killing, because like if America's killing people, we blur it out. You ever notice that? So like during Iraq and Afghanistan, there were two things they weren't allowed to show. They weren't allowed to show anything of us killing them, and they also weren't allowed to show American caskets coming back, because during the Vietnam War, that was a big thing. Every night on the news, people would see the American soldiers, the dead ones, coming home, and they would see the carnage on television. But now they don't allow that. They'll let other people show it. And I have a friend who censors TikTok. She does she has to look at TikTok all day and see when things are reported. And she's like, the shit that I've seen since these wars have started are just out of this, just like changing her. Yes.
It's incredible that we like agree to see dead human bodies, but we outlaw to see dead animal bodies, and it's like you can go to jail if you show that. For me, I was like, but that's kind of journalism. It's kind of like you cannot report on something because it's illegal. I'm like, in the country of freedom, like that's in your basic constitution. It's
Freedom of
mind
speech,
blowing
right.
to me.
I totally agree with you. Also, it's also happens to be, whether we like it or not, we have capitalism, right? The only way capitalism even has a chance of working, which it really does, it's a totally broken system, or else we wouldn't be subsidizing and doing all the things that we do to kind of just shore up capitalism. Like, it doesn't work. So we've taken all these measures just to keep shit going. But the only way it even has a chance of working is if we're all educated about the shit we're buying. Because the idea is that if we buy things based on our consciences and what benefits us as a whole, that things will get better. But we're not allowed to know the truth. So how can we vote with our dollar?
Just to rebound on what you said 2 seconds, you said free speech, but isn't in your song, in your national song, the land of the free?
Yeah,
Isn't it a lyric, right?
Yeah,
it's
the
a
land of the
lyric,
free
right?
and the home of the brave. Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, it's the land of the free, unless you want to show what's happening to animals.
Also,
Then it's
unless
not so free.
and unless you want to leave or come in, or
And unless you don't want to support wars.
yeah, I mean, no,
That's
the whole
also a
thing.
thing.
It's a joke. Are you kidding me? No, it's like Americans aren't free. You can't go anywhere
Crazy.
without a passport. You can't come into this country without a passport. It's like passing through the eye of a needle, getting in, and leaving is like breaking out of jail. You can't just leave America. Only 13% of Americans have passports.
You know that
Like,
when I was not yet American, because I'm American now, but every time we would travel to Belgium back and forth, we would arrive in America and I would have a little sheet in my luggage that said that my luggage had been inspected by customs. Have you ever had that?
sure,
Because
yeah.
because me it was every time for 6 years. And once I became American, I've never had that anymore.
Sorry, 43% of Americans have passports. So
Yeah. It's very
most
low.
people don't leave, and that's only they go to Mexico and Canada. Most people, it's not a
Yeah.
land of the free. You got to be joking me. Like it's a land of sad people, sad consumers with dark thoughts. I don't know. Welcome to America, Armando. But you know,
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
my
I
asylum
know he's
seeking
here,
friend.
so I don't know. May not be the. I don't know.
So anyways, I
It just happens to be
discovered
the best we got. What are you gonna do?
I like this place. Maybe
I
not
heard about
Houston.
that.
I'm not such a fan of Houston itself, but yeah.
Yeah.
And have you recently looked, because this morning I shared a post about which countries were best for vegans or had the most vegan people, and the UK is number 1. Did you
Really,
know
UK's
about
number
that?
one?
Right.
In the world, the UK is number 1 for the most vegan people.
I wonder if that must not be per capita. That's just like they have the most at all, right? So like how many I don't know. I'm interested in finding out because
You
okay,
can look. I put the link in my post. You can go to my channel and
but
you
aren't
can
there like
see.
80 million? How many millions of English people are there? Because there's the other thing, right? There's millions and millions and millions of them. There's only like what, 5? Well, how many people are in Israel? Because I hear they're very vegan friendly there.
Israel is like number 5 on the list, or number 4. They
Mm.
have other countries before. I mean, you can go see, but
Yeah.
it's interesting to me because they have also the nicest laws for vegans, right? The vegans are protected class, so of course, like
Wouldn't that
that's
be nice? Wouldn't you like to be a protected class?
I don't. Yeah, would love that.
Yeah,
Would love
I
that.
wouldn't mind either. I wouldn't
Yes,
mind. I wouldn't mind being a protected class of American.
I love that.
Be a vegan.
I don't know,
That'd be nice.
but
That'd be
that
really
the
cool.
type of stuff with the most vegan places, I don't know. I don't know how you measure that exactly.
It's hard too because how do you compare anything to the United States? I think it'd be fair to compare like UK to California. You know what I mean? But it's not really fair to compare UK to America.
That's for
It's
sure.
You see what I mean? Like it's not really fair because California is an entirely different world from I don't know Texas, right? I mean,
All right. Yeah,
very
I'm
different. They're
guessing,
different
yes,
places.
completely different. Yeah.
Yeah, we share a language.
I see everybody talking about food in the comments, and that's going to be my exit, friends. I have to prepare everything for my 18 people coming to my house tonight.
It's New
So
Year's
as much
Eve. Are you
yes,
what's for dinner? Are you preparing anything like any of the lucky New Year's Eve food?
I do not know about that. And
Oh,
so we've decided to make it very American. We're going to make burgers and fries for everybody because
Oh, nice.
we're 18 people. We cannot even sit that many people in our house.
hmm
So everybody's going to have to like eat. But I've also tried for the first time a speculoos tiramisu recipe. So I'm excited about that. I
All
have
right.
vegan
What is
chocolate cake.
speculoos?
Speculoos is Biscoff.
Oh,
Biscoff, the
yeah, the Biscoff
cookie
cookies.
butter kind of.
I
Yeah.
know what a Biscoff is. I've never heard of a speculoos.
Well, that's the actual name, and they changed it for America because it's biscuit that goes with coffee.
Biscoff. I
Just-
thought
Okay.
a speculoos was like what an obstetrician uses in
What?
order to
No,
pee
it's a
into a
speculum.
Biscuit that goes with coffee.
speculum.
Mind blown.
Biscuit, a coffee biscuit. Yeah, Biscoff.
Speculoos is a biscuit. A speculum is a tool, a gynecological tool.
Yeah, a obstetrician uses a speculum while eating
Yeah.
speculoos cookies.
Yeah.
Maybe,
So
maybe.
Biscoff is a cookie you eat with coffee, and a speculoos is a biscuit you eat with a speculum.
All
Yes.
right.
Well, usually they're wearing gloves and, they make it kind of, it's not a place where you want to eat. I don't know. Everybody eats whatever
each his
they
own.
want. You can
Yes.
you can eat vagina if you want, but
Speculoos.
yeah.
What a horrible name. I've never heard that in my life, a speculoos.
Speculoos. That's kind of like a Dutch sounding word.
That's even wonder that Hydrox. Remember Hydrox, the cookie that was supposed to be Oreo, but then Oreo copied their recipe.
Yes.
But come on, what kind of name is Hydrox for a cookie? Like,
What is an
That's
Oreo?
weird.
yeah, but
Oreo.
Oreo sounds, Oreo. It starts with O, ends with O.
Yeah,
It's
but
true.
Armando, you speak another language. Sometimes what sounds nice in a language sounds stupid. Like my name. My name sounds perfectly fine in French, and then I speak to English people, and they're like, ma, 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 ma. So it's like, right? So,
That's
yeah.
how English people laugh.
Hey, there
Hydrox
was
are
a really cool
certified.
band of all-girl band named Fanny in the 70s.
Oh,
You should check them
really?
out. They were really good, actually.
Nice.
All-girl band named Fanny. Were
They
they
were
a jazz
really,
band?
really good. Really good.
A jazz band?
No, a rock band.
Okay, cool. Because
And
Fanny
those
hates
ladies
jazz.
could rock, man. The guitar solos, piano, everything, the whole thing, drums. They were all really awesome.
Now I know what we're gonna listen to on New Year's Eve at Fanny's house. We're all gonna listen to Fanny,
Check
the
them out.
rock
Those
band.
ladies really rock. Yeah.
Sky,
They really rocked.
I have taken responsibility during this live, and I cannot say it's Jess's fault that I hate jazz. And also, I want to be more open-minded. So I'm going to listen to jazz from now on because you made me feel bad.
Made you feel bad about not. There's just jazz is a really broad. There's so much like to say I hate jazz is like to say I hate
My
sandwiches.
thing is, why do you care that I don't like jazz?
Because it's like saying I don't like sandwiches. Like I can't because it sticks. It's like saying I don't like rock and roll.
I don't
No.
like mayonnaise, and I hate everything
Mayonnaise
that
is a
has mayonnaise.
specific. You're not saying you don't like mayonnaise. You're saying I don't like condiments.
No,
I don't like-
jazz is a specific type of music. If I had said
not.
I don't
It's-
like
it's-
music, then that would have been a thing. But jazz is a very specific type of
Duke
music.
Ellington is an entirely different experience than I don't know Miles Davis. It's a totally
I
different.
love it.
Almost different genre.
You know what? You're gonna have to prove me wrong tonight, and you're gonna have to make me listen to some jazz.
We will do an entire semester of jazz appreciation today. We'll do 12-hour course of jazz appreciation. Well, ladies
okay.
and gentlemen, it's been
I need
so
to
much
go.
fun. Thank you everybody for joining. Bizu.
Thank
Bye,
you,
Armando.
Armando.
Thanks,
All
man.
right, yay. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
inviting
joining
me.
us.
Thank you for being here at the bringing the vegan realm to the vegan Sunday
Right.
school. Bye everybody.
All right.
Vegan Sunday
This is a channel of fucking vegan.
This channel's just
All you
for
Connies can
you.
So easy going.
This channel's just for vegans.
I hope everyone has liked this video. Don't forget, illegitimate non-carborundum. Don't let the bastards grind you down. Bizu, Fanny Pierre. See you next Sunday.
Bisous, Sky. Thank you.
Au revoir.